Rabbit, rabbit, everyone. Stephanie McCullough here, founder of Sofia Financial, with your monthly dose of financial good luck. When I was a little girl, my friends and I believed that if rabbit, rabbit were the first words out of your mouth on the first day of the month, then you'd have good luck. Yes, we're going to ignore the fact that today's the third day of the month, not the first day of the month. We're just going to pretend I didn't speak at all weekend. Let's talk about retirement. My definition of retirement is not the day you have a party at the office, get a gold watch, and then proceed to sit on a rocking chair on your porch the rest of your life. That's a bit outmoded. My definition is it's the day you no longer have the obligation, the requirement, the need to work for money. It doesn't mean you have to stop working. It doesn't mean you have to keep doing what you've been doing. There are as many different visions of retirement as there are people. It can mean starting a new thing on your own. It can mean volunteering. It can mean taking a pay cut and having a more balanced life. It could mean reducing your cost of living by so much that you could live off the savings you have already gathered right now. But what I want to talk about today is the stuff you want to own on the day you retire, the tools you want to have in your backpack to cover whatever life might throw at you, because life's going to throw some stuff at you, right? We know from 2020, life is unpredictable, it's unfair, it's uncertain, it's surprising. The world is going to throw some shit at us, right? So what are the things that we want to have? It's kind of unrealistic to assume that no bad things are going to befall us. So is it okay, is it enough just to have a big pile of money in your 401k or your IRA, individual retirement account, or your 403b? I'm going to use 401k as kind of a catch-all for any of those retirement plans, because we've been told pump as much money as possible into your 401k and it'll be all right. But I don't think that's enough. Here's why. What if tax rates go way up? That means the money you have in your 401k, unless there's some that has that word Roth in front of it, all that money hasn't been taxed yet. So some percentage of it belongs to Uncle Sam and you get the rest. If tax rates go up, you get less money than you anticipated. What if inflation is high? That means your money in the future won't buy as much as it does today. What if the investment markets are terrible? That is definitely possible. Most people's 401ks, IRAs, and such are invested in the markets. What if you have high medical expenses? What if you get to a point where you can no longer care for yourself? What if you live to be 114? And don't laugh, because some of us will. The longer we live, the more money we need, and the higher likelihood that these other things are going to happen to us. In each of these different possible scenarios, you have different financial concerns, and different types of assets or accounts or contingency plans can address those concerns. It is possible to plan for this uncertainty. That's what we do. That's what a retirement plan looks like. A 401k is called a retirement plan, but it's not the full thing. We're talking about retirement income planning and covering the contingencies. When you get to retirement, it's not about having a giant pile of assets. It's about turning that into income and having enough to cover the contingencies that could come up. So is it possible that having a big pile of money in your 401k would be enough? Yes, it's possible. Your retirement years could magically align with nothing but bull markets, low taxes, and great health. But why take the risk? You can start taking action today to look at these things and position the money you do have into the types of assets and accounts and such that cover it. And if you're already retired, don't panic. There's still time to make the adjustments. In the comments, I'm going to put a link to a free consultation. I'm happy to talk about your specific situation, but I encourage you to please think about these things ahead of time, because as 2020 has shown us, shit happens, and we want to be ready so that we can live fulfilling, independent, productive lives. Rabbit, rabbit, everyone. See you next month.